Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. This is a pre-recorded video, so you're not seeing it live, just so you know. And it is for paper pumpkin alternatives. I have to tell you, this paper pumpkin is stinking adorable. Make it just as it tells you. So cute. But I didn't want to disappoint you. So I do have a few alternatives for you. All right, so of course, you know, comes in the beautiful box. And then these are the directions in here. I gotta say, personally, these directions left a little to be desired. Just my personal opinion. So I am going to show you how to put together one, even though I've already made it. And here are the stamps. I jokingly say that this one, Sorry I Was Crabby, was created just for me to make cards for my husband, because with my back issues, I can get very crabby. Also, on a note, as I'm taping this, we are expecting some serious storms here in Michigan, so hopefully everything will go well. Okay, so it's a really cute stamp set that came with it, and look at these envelopes. That's the fold over. They're very pretty. I did not cut any of these apart because they're basically blue on the inside. So I thought I'm just going to leave them as envelopes as they were meant to be. I have some pieces left here that I will come up with some other ideas for. Loving this. I want this back in a die. We used to have a die that did an Adirondack chair. So anyway, these are all the pieces. Some of them are leftovers. I think that's the one I'm going to do for you guys. It also comes with a Daffodil Delight ink spot. Of course, I'm going to just use my regular ink pad. Sorry, I messed that up. And so here we go. Let's get started. I'm going to just first show you how to fold these. Because that, if you've never made one of these kind of folds before, and I forget, there's a name for it. I don't know what it is, but it can be tricky. So right in the middle where you would expect, that's going to be your regular fold, right, for your card. Now, here's where I thought the directions were a little lacking in which way to go. You're going to bend this one down. So if you start at the back and go down, go to the next fold and come up, the next fold and go down, the next fold and, oops, yeah, down, and then come up and then down. So you kind of look like that. So then when it's shut, that's what it looks like. Okay, so that's all you have to remember. If you go back, up, back, up, back. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, so we're going to put this one together real quick. I already do have it finished somewhere. Here it is. Here it is finished. So I guess I don't really have to finish it for you because you guys can see it. But I do want to point out this little guy. He's so cute. I got my snips out because I was like, well, I want the, because if you look at the picture of the card, it looks like they have it set, his sentiment, I'll just grab this, his sentiment sitting on top of his hands like that. But actually it is pre-slit so that you can slide in whatever he is holding right in there. How cool is that, right? So as you can see, that's what I did. And then of course it came with some gems too, and these cute little pop outs. I just think these cards, like I said, are so cute on their own. Let me show you the other ones. You guys, I posted the Stampin' Up! Version of the video, making them just as they are. I mean, they're just cute. And I wasn't sure how I felt about the Daffodil Delight. I was afraid it would be too light, but it actually works out well, although on this one, I did get out my crumb cake because I liked it better. So, okay. So let me grab the first project and we'll get started. So for my first alternative, I took the base from this card, which is so cute, and I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So here we go. I've already pre-folded the base, and as you can see, I grabbed a different background for this background piece, and I'm just going to grab a little tear and tape. You can use your liquid glue, but they do provide the tear and tape for this kit. There's tear and tape. I believe there were some dimensionals. No dimensionals. There were mini glue dots. So I've got a little on the bottom, and then I'm going to flatten this out a little bit, and I'm going to put a little right here at the top. Again, you can use your liquid glue if you want to save your tear and tape for projects that you feel like need a stronger base. And let me grab my take your pick tool. You'd think with a recorded video I'd be much more organized, but then it'd be half as much fun, right? So I'm just going to peel that away and peel this away. And now what I did, oh look, I've got some schmutz. No one will see it. I took it and I held the fold in place, and then I kind of finagled it because I wanted to make sure when it folded well. So there we go. So we do have this nice background. I think actually I grabbed the wrong card. I did. It is from this one. Okay. So this is the one I'm remaking. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm still gonna use this piece right here for the front. This time I'm just gonna use the liquid glue just so you guys can see that the liquid glue works just fine. So I'm gonna put it all the way across the bottom. I know that this piece gets adhesive. Also, this part is going to get adhesive, and this part of the umbrella is going to get some adhesive because some of it is going to stick off, so you don't want all of it. So I like to stand my card up when I've got something going on like this that has to kind of touch the bottom, and then I can just gently set that on there. So there's my first piece. Then I decided I wanted to change this up a little bit, and I wanted to do the sorry I was crabby thing because I think it's appropriate. So I am going to take my marker, this is crumb cake, and I am going to just color in the sorry eye. Okay, so we're going to start with just those two words. I could cut it apart, but I don't really want to because, you know, I may want to use this stamp set the long way. Now, my head might be in the camera. I apologize. So I've got sorry eye. Now, I can clean this off, but 9 times out of 10, when you clean it off, you're going to get a little bit of a ghost image. So instead, I am going to use a piece of cello tape or scotch tape, and then I'll go ahead and I will color in this part with my blends. Now I could have done this by using the ink pad, but I knew that I wanted to be able to keep it clean, so I decided to use the marker because they both work, right? And then I can stamp. I guess I'm really crabby, right? So there we go. Sorry, I was crabby on there. And close that before I forget. And then this time I am going to use the tear and tape. I do switch back and forth. It's my way. And I am just going to put a little bit at the bottom here. And then I'm going to add a little dab of the liquid on the edges. And that's all. That's all. It's going to be low because I am putting it on that second fold right back here. So that is there. So now I have this part. Now I want the crab, and he's crabby, so I think I'm going to let him crab out with a starfish in his hands because he's crabby. So he's got the starfish in there. Now I'm going to be having him popped up, so I want that to stay. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape. And you just need a little bit to hold that into his claw. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on his little legs here and right there at the bottom. And I'm putting him a little bit crooked so that he's kind of on that stripe right there. And then just because I like these little sandals and they didn't really go on any of the packages, any of the predetermined kits, I'm going to set them on there. And the same with this little shell. I'm going to put that over here. So basically this is the card, but of course you want a few of the little gems on it, because why wouldn't you? Gems are awesome. We all love them, I think. And you don't have to get fancy with where you're putting them, you guys. Just remember, an uneven number is always fun. So we're going to put this one up here. So then there is my, I'm going to stand up and see how you guys can see that. So there is my card. When it arrives, it'll look like that. And then when they stand it on the table, it'll look something like this. Okay, fun alternative. I hope you guys like it. All right, and again, that was from this card. So here we go. Let's do another one. Okay, so we're going to redo this one. Okay, and so you see, again, I've pre-done the vase. Now this one's going to take some thinking, so I want you to all just kind of flow with me here, okay? Because I really think this one might be a little outside the box because, you know, I'm different. So I remembered that I have the sailboat punch, so I know I wanted to use that. So I did punch those pieces out. They're here. But I'm going to start with this designer series paper. This is from, I think it's called Let's Go Fishing. Hold on, let me look. Yep, Let's Go Fishing. But while I have this out, look at how pretty this paper. I love this paper. I got to do something with it. I haven't yet, but I love it. I love it. It's like denim. It's very cool. Anyway, so I cut it down so that it will fit right here. But what I found was the color is off a little bit. So you can see I started just to test it out. So what I'm doing is I am taking Azure Afternoon and my blending brush, and I am making a big mess, as is my way, and I'm just going to darken this up so that it will match the cardstock a little bit better. Or the card base is what I meant to say. But it's still got that, the look of waves, right? It looks kind of oceany. And it is uneven, but you know that can happen in the ocean, right? You see darks and lights. So I've got that, and that is going to be my background. So I am going to, because it's just the paper, I'm going to put a little bit here at this bottom and then a little bit right here. Oh, did I hit play? Yes, I did. Yay! Sometimes I forget. I'm so used to doing lives all the time that I'm trying to get ahead of myself so that I can have a life and do some recordings. Okay, so we have that piece on there. Now, trying to remember, I wanted my sailboat, and see how dark this is? So I grabbed a scrap, and I am just going to paper tear it. So again, it's also going to be waves. That is Azure Afternoon. So see, I'm going to have some waves there. I want my boat on that. So I debated on if I was going to color my boat. I just decided to just leave it white. So now I have to tell you, this boat can be tricky when you're putting it together. You really want to be sure you've got all of your pieces. So I've got him here. I'm going to put him down just a little bit there. And now these are, I think it's honestly made to go flat on a card. But I found that if I can have just some of it touching, that maybe it will work. That is my plan anyway. So I'm going to put that there and hold it in place. And then I can put a little dab. I'm going to do that last. I'll do that last. Then I'm going to do the same thing, because this one's going to go on also. But I can see I can do almost the whole bottom to glue this piece in and hold it in its proper place on the sailboat, like so. Now, I'm not a sailor, so if anybody's out there going, oh no, that's not what a sailboat looks like, well, you know, it's what my sailboat looks like. So trying to get it to where I can see where I like it. It's not perfect. I know, shock and dismay for all of you watching. Carrie wasn't perfect. Now I can lift these corners, and I'm just going to put a little dab of adhesive there. And then hopefully this one is still movable. So there are my parts, like so. Okay, so sorry, I had to check on something. So there is my sailboat. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some adhesive down here and some adhesive up here. And then put my sailboat in there. Even him up. I might scoot him up just a little bit. So, it doesn't look right like that, but when it's on the table, it will. It will. Let's see. Maybe I can scoot them up even more. And I didn't put them on there even, so hold on, everybody. I can't blame live, can I? Nope, I cannot. So I've moved it up a little bit. I may need to use a little adhesive eraser there. But now there's my boat on there. Now I am going to I've got this little guy who I really like, this little Adirondack chair, and I wanted him to have a little bit of dimension. So I very carefully, I'm folding his back like that, and then I'm folding the seat like this. So I'm going to need some dimensionals. I think I need some minis. Or, oh, look, I have some leftover stripes, so I might use that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stripe, and it's going to be too long. Where are my snips? I swear I just had them, you guys. That's just like, so like me, right? Oh my gosh. And then my chair's got me sliding all over the room. So I am going to just put that on the back right here so that it will lift that up. And then I'm going to put some, let's see, he's going to be off a little bit. So I'm just going to put some here right near the edge of the center piece and on those pieces. And then pop this off. And I'm going to start with this bottom part because it's going to determine how far this seat can actually dimension. So see, it doesn't give it a huge amount. You could double your dimensionals on the back of the chair if you really want it to be popped up more. But I think that's sufficient. So then I took this little sign, okay, this little sign guy here, and I am going to stamp in Azure Afternoon. It says, wish you were here on this little sign there. So this is the one you take when you're on your beach vacation and you send to somebody you really want to irritate to let them know. Okay, then I have a piece of crumb cake, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the water. I'm going to tear an edge like this. And this is to go on here. So I'm going to end up putting it underneath the feet of the little chair. So I'm going to grab my liquid glue. And I'm just putting the line at the bottom. And sliding him up under the feet of the chair. And then, this is bugging me. I need to get that out of my way. It's very distracting. Of course, the wood down here probably is too. Slide that so that it's in the right spot. Make sure it's even down here. Come on, keep moving. Don't grip yet. Okay, make sure it's where you want it to be. So there we go. Now I can take the wish you were here and put a little adhesive right there and kind of shove it into the sand. Let it pop up a little bit. I want to see the here. There we go. Wish you were here. And that little leg popped back in. Okay. So I'm going to take the little slippers, or sandals, sorry, and I'm going to pop them on here also because I like them. I just think they're cute, like I've said before. And then the glasses, I decided the glasses are just like, they're going to be sitting on the chair. Like the person got up and they're sailing and they left their glasses behind. So there they are, hanging off the chair a little bit. And of course, we're going to add some bling. So there it is. I had to go hunt it down. And I'm going to put some up here. One there. And one over here. So here is my next alternative. I hope you guys like it. I think it's kind of fun, and you get to use the sailboat die if you, or punch if you have that. So, and again, that was a match from this background. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay, so I'm going to redo this card base with something totally different. I've kind of lost my mind a little bit, but I'm excited about it, and I'm really hoping that it works. I am going to use the Bottled Happiness stamp set and the bottle punch and the, wait for it, hold on, I gotta go find it. Okay, it was hidden in plain sight. These little bottle domes, still available. And I'm going to be using from the online exclusives. So it's going to be kind of a shaker card. The loose frosted dots. Okay. So kind of sort of a shaker card. And honestly, oh, and also I cut out a fish from that same Let's Go Fishing. And I am going to use the same background. So we're all going to hold our breath and hope that this works, because I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't know. Excuse me, because I didn't want to pre-punch it. So I want the bottle to be on the beach, but as you know, punches only go in so far. So I am putting it in as far as it goes, and I can see that it's not going to go in far. So unfortunately, as much as I want to tilt the bottle, I don't think I can. I can try, and let's see, and hope that it doesn't leave me too little space at the bottom. Oh, it didn't. Yay. Okay, cool. So, so there we are. We've got that. And I definitely wanted to hold on to this piece. This piece is pretty important. So I am going to use my adhesive, and I am going to adhere it to this piece of just a scrap. You can use any color you want. I just happen to grab this one. Okay. And that is so I'll be able to adhere it behind the dome. So let's see how I do, you guys. It's always a guessing game with me, isn't it? I mean, seriously. So now I have this background for the bottle. It comes with a few backgrounds. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Azure again. Azure Afternoon. Sorry, let me try and keep things in order. And I am going to eyeball this. So pardon my head. I don't even know if this will be in camera, but I'm putting in the background of the bottle here. Let's see how I do. Not bad. I didn't do great. I actually like to do this better when it's before you punch it, but I wasn't sure where it was going to fit, so I didn't want to do that. So there we go. So you can see it kind of gives you a little bit of a background of the bottle, and I wanted it to look kind of sort of see-through for the background of the card base. Hopefully this will all make sense in a minute. So now I am going to, on the front, there's both sides have adhesive. So, ooh, that's thunder I just heard. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this, because I do have one more card to show you guys after this one. So this is really cool, because you can take it and set it in here like so. So now I have the bottle nice and secure. And you want to make sure that it is nice and secure. Then I'm going to take some of these bubbles. They're actually flat backed, just so you guys know. And I know I want not just yellow in there, so let me see what I've got. I might try and grab some more of these bluish colored ones. Okay, that's good enough. Maybe. There's some more. Okay, so now I can peel the back of the bottle carefully, because I don't want those to pop out. So you're going to do this carefully. And I'm going to do my best to line this up. So you're not going to be able to see me, because I'm going to like hold it over my face, like up in the air. Okay. But I want to be able to see, so I can't do that while I've got it on camera. So pardon me. Wow, not bad. Look, now the bottle is see-through. Is that cool or what? I think it's very cool. So there we go. Now it does have a little bit of sticky still, and I see a little bit over, so I am going to trim this part off. Wow, that is some not nice thunder. So if I get cut off, just know that I'll do the other project later, just in case. So like I said, I still have some sticky there, and I could just whiten, like use use an embossing buddy, but because I know that's right on the edge and I don't want the gems to pop out, I am going to put a piece of tape over it because I want those gems to stay in place. I don't want them popping out. So now I've got my gems. Oh, I'm so excited about how that looks. I'm really happy about it. I guess I could have put more gems in there, but that's okay. It looks good. So now I am going to use crumb cake for my sign, and this sign says sending a little message, and that is from the Bottled Happiness. Whoa, you guys, did you hear that? Woo, spooky. I might lose lights and everything. It could happen. So let's try and finish this one real quick. All right, so sending a little message is going to be in here, but I want my background. So I'm going to do this really fast before my power, in case my power goes out. And we'll see if I get to my second one. We'll see. Or my last one. So that's going to go there. Okay, and then my fish, I'm going to do that with the sticky strip because I want him to stay for sure. And I'm putting a little sticky strip on this part of the fish here. Now I cut it a little too big, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off the transfer. And then I'm going to bend it back on itself so that I don't have it sticking together. And I'm going to put, let's see, my sign is going to go here. So my fish, I don't want him to go past this spot. So my fish is going to go right there. You might want to give him a little bend back. He may not stay bent back, but it'll help when you pop them up. So there's my little fish in the water. And then my sending a message is going to be on the bottom. And again, I'm going to use some adhesive. Ooh, woo, whew. Let's hold on, guys. Still have lights, still have lights, still have lights. We will see what happens here. And there we go. That's basically it. It's got the little fish in the background and some bling. Here it is. I'm going to definitely want some bling by that bottle. And one up here. And one down here. Whoops. I think I have that upside down. Can't tell. You guys ever do that with your bling? It's like, where's the sticky part? Okay, so there we go. A little fish in the background. My fish is not, you can't see it as good as I thought, I'd hoped, but it's still really cute. And it's got the little bottle. So it's now a 3D card. So that's fun. All right, let's cross our fingers and see if I can do this last card. Okay, you guys, here goes. We're going to try to get through this before the storm takes over. This time I'm using a balmy blue card base. Yes, I would put something on the inside. Not going to because I'm trying to beat the storm. And my bone folder is, here we go. Okay. Okay. All right, so I want to have a sun, and the stamp set comes with a little sun. It's so cute. So I'm going to stamp that in Daffodil foam mat under me, but I don't know where it is right now, so we're just going to fake it. All right. Now, you can use the smallest circle from the Stylish Shapes dies, but it is a little bit bigger. I have a 1-inch punch. This is a retired punch, but you guys probably have a 1-inch punch. And it fits the sun perfectly. So, I have my pieces now that I want. Okay, and then I am going to, where's my, okay. I am going to stamp on here, waving hello. Nope, I'm going to do that last. I'm so kerflumped right now, you guys. I mean, I shouldn't be this nervous, but I just don't want it to like stop in the middle of this card and go dark, and then you guys will hear me do something like, oh no, that wasn't it. Where's my screamer? There's a lady that screams. There she is. That's what you would hear. That is it. So now I'm going to set this on here off to the side, and I'm going to put my sun on here. He's going to go right up there. And then now my my little palm trees, which I love these palm trees. They're so cute. Okay. While I'm talking, before this tape runs out, I would recommend that you take measurements of where everything was cut for these cards, and that way you will know. I mean, I can do that kind of a card for you guys, but that way you'll have it. Now that little piece right there, that's bugging me, so I'm going to reach under here and snip it out. I knew that was going to happen, and I forgot to mention it to you guys, so that way, you know, you get a little bit more of a solid image. Now I'm going to stamp waving hello. Oh, did you see what I did? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And that's not the color I want. I want to stop making such a mess. That's what I want. So I'm cleaning off my stamp very quickly. Not perfectly. My ink pad is definitely covered, as is now my table, in Daffodil Delight. Good thing I've got that color sweater on, right? There's my waving hello, and then I'm going to put these up on dimensionals. They're so cute. I think I've mentioned that once or twice already. And I think I want the ends for the toe part, because I don't know that they can handle a whole dimensional. So, gotta use those ends up anyway, right? All right. So those are my little sandals. And lastly, some gems. Come on. So there we go. That is my last card. So let me lay them all out for you. Okay, so here they are, my 4 cards. This is the one that uses the message in a bottle stamp set, or bottled happiness, sorry, and the punch and the gems that are in the online store. Here's another one. This one uses the sailboat punch and some of the same designer series paper where I cut that fish. Here's the one for my husband. Sorry, I was crabby. And waving hello. So I hope you guys liked these alternatives, but honestly, this paper pumpkin, the cards are just beautiful as they are, but didn't want to disappoint you guys and not have some. So have a blessed and wonderful day. I'm going to sign off before the storm blacks out everything. Bye, everybody.